To be honest, I'm lucky because most of the pieces that I've done so far have been commissioned by people. I've not really had much scope to just sit down and do what comes naturally, because it doesn't really pay the bills, you know. Like I could lock myself away and then hope people would buy it, but I need to make money in the meantime, and I'm just lucky that people are spreading the word of mouth, you know. People are recommending me. I do pencil drawings pretty much better than anything else. I've been pencil drawing since I was 4 or 5. But I'm actually only learning how to paint. The first time I did a proper painting was about 2 years ago, and it was a present for a friend, a Hulk, Incredible Hulk. I thought I was going to be doing a lot of Marvel because I read a lot of Marvel, but not a lot of people can afford to buy paintings of Marvel. I put a lot of feeling into painting dogs and drawing dogs because I love dogs. The political cartoons have been going steady now for about a year, maybe a year and a half. I think it was the VIP paedophile one was the first one. I went through a real obsessed phase with all the disgusting revelations coming from the House of Lords and the House of Commons, and it just kind of happened. It was a kind of like a natural, at that point in time. Michelle Thompson, I think it was our lawyer, she's an SNP MP, had some sort of dodgy dealings, and every time you opened a paper or you saw a link to a paper, even if it was nothing to do with the SNP, it would have SNP connected to it, and it would have Michelle Thompson's face. Even if it was about like the price of oil or the price of tea cakes, it'd have her face on it. So that one there was basically just making fun of the fact that every large element of the media hides the fact that so many powerful people are abusing children and sometimes killing them, I believe. So yeah, it came from that, just of the pure anger at the fact that everyone just goes about their daily life. If this was Sweden or somewhere like that, they'd be overthrown and burnt at the stake probably. But here, everyone just muddles on, you know. But yeah, I don't have a recurring theme as of yet. We'll see after the first exhibition, you know. Like, I'll see how things sell and whether my house is going to be full of these paintings, and then I'll be able to tell what's popular and what's not. I've got a funny feeling that most people that are coming are expecting it to be all political, because that's all they really know of me, you know. And I'm wondering whether I should actually go down that route, because maybe if I do Marvel or if I do celebrities, people will just look at it and go, that's nice, and walk away. Whereas they probably want to see the Westminster burning or something like that, or, you know, David Cameron on a spike or something like that, which would be fun to draw, you know, even though I hate his pasty face. What drives me? Well, now, it's been different things over the last few years. Initially, when I got into the whole grassroots indie politics scene, what drove me was what still drives me now, and that is just getting Scotland independent. I don't see why anyone would want to be ruled by another country, especially not one that's centric around London, the city of London, or London City, how you want to look at it. So what drives me is independence, but now, like as I've went through the last couple of years, it's been keeping the place afloat, buying an engagement ring, paying for a wedding, and then after that it will be starting a family. So primarily it's, I would imagine you could say it's a wage that propels me into do this, or that keeps me going. But initially it wasn't, you know, like initially I didn't expect to actually have a studio. I was working from home, like I was doing presents for people, and it was a good way of saving money. I would paint someone a nice painting for their house if they were getting married, or I would do a portrait of a baby if it was born to save having to buy baby clothes or something. And I was doing it from my living room while I was working in pubs. Obviously I wasn't getting any money, but when I started to get people asking me, oh, I've seen such and such's painting, or I've seen such and such's portrait, could you do my dog, or could you do my kids? I thought maybe there's something to do here, and that coincided with the whole seeing family and friends pay a fortune for rubbish. I mean, I still go down to some other houses and look at it on the wall and go, why look at that, so I move seat, you know. But then again, I do that with my own paintings as well. When I go to a friend's house and I've got a painting on the wall, it took my fiancée 14 years to get a painting off me, and even now I don't like looking at it. It's a Highland cow. But yeah, I don't like looking at my own art at all. My opinion of the art world, I don't think I could say it without you having to bleep it out. I hate everything about the art world. I literally hate everything about the art world. I hate the art school. I hate the teachers. I hate the people that go there for the image, like that wear glasses with no lenses and cravats and stuff like that, you know. I mean, I don't mind fashion, but oh, sorry. No, I can't stand the art world. I hate everything about it. I hate private galleries more than anything. I hate the fact that you can have some money or open up a little gallery somewhere and then rip people off, you know, and that's pretty much what they do. When I was thinking about doing my first exhibition, I was headhunted, if you want to call it that, by a few places. A few of them didn't really follow through, but some of them were asking for 40-50% commission. 50% commission. And there is one place as well that I know that takes 70% commission. 70% of my stuff, you know, like, and the way they justify it is, oh, we put the prices right up. And it's like, yeah, but you're the reason I get into this. I hate those people. It's not about money, it's not about image, it's about the work, it's about the art. And that's one of the reasons that I didn't go, well, that's not really the reason I didn't go to the art school. I didn't even get my diploma, but I wouldn't have went to the art school. I wouldn't have fitted in, you know, I didn't really fit in college. After I get this first solo exhibition out of the way, I'm not doing another one again. And it's not because of the hard work or because of the effort involved. And it's going to cost a lot of money as well. See the amount of balloon and wine I'm going to have to buy and cheese. But yeah, the next exhibition I'm going to do, which is going to be in the same place as well, because I'm going to try and put as much money into this area as possible. I'm going to just have a wee section to myself, and then I'm going to divide up the rest of the hall between people who haven't had a break yet. I've got a friend Gary, who's a photographer. He's going to get a wee shot. Wee Kaylee as well at the art school. She's going to get a wee slot. And I've got a few other painters in mind as well. And if I can help them through the popularity that I've gained through politics and through doing the things that I've done, then I will, you know. And all I'm going to ask them is that they donate 25% to charity like I do. I'm not going to take a commission off anyone. You know, that's what I hate. The whole commission side of things just really, it angers me, you know. So there, that's how much I hate about the art world. Well, how would I like to see Glasgow change? Immediately, I would like the council to be cleared out from all of those people who have been doing their best to keep Glasgow down, namely the Labour Party. I'm hoping next May is a continuation of what happened in May just there and the May before when we sent 56 down to Westminster. I'm hoping that the cronyism disappears. I'm hoping that when the SNP do go in, they open up the books and they let us all see exactly what was going on, because the highest paid council member in the whole of the UK is Glaswegian. I think it's the head of the social work. It's £450,000 he gets, including his pension and everything. And you know the state of the social work in Glasgow. But there's about, I think there's a dozen or so in Glasgow City Council that are on £100,000 or more a year. And if you look out the window here, there's rubbish lying in the streets. We can't get people to come round and clean the streets. It's unbelievable just the deprivation in most areas in Glasgow. Unless you go to the suburbs, you've got, I mean, I stayed in the east end of Glasgow and that had the highest rate of poverty in Europe when I stayed there. I mean, in the whole of Europe, Shettleston had the highest rate of poverty. But yeah, I want Glasgow to change for the better. And if I can do that through art, then it's a win-win situation. What advice would I give to aspiring artists? Stick at it, you know. Go for it first of all. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not good. Don't let anyone put you down. But yeah, if I could give anyone any advice at all, it would be just stick at it, you know, and just believe in yourself. Practice as much as you can. But the one thing I would say to people, if I can get back to that, is we need to let go of the anger towards no voters, you know. We shouldn't be calling them knobbags, we shouldn't be calling them bawbags, we shouldn't be calling them red Tories even, because most of them were duped or lied to. A lot of them regret it, a lot of them have changed their mind. On that note, I don't know anyone that's changed from a yes to a no, whereas I've lost count of the people that have changed from a no to a yes. So it's definitely going to happen, it's inevitable. I mean, I would ask for people to be more aware of the postal vote situation and the fact that we need to change that, overhaul that, and we can only do that by putting pressure on the government. The Scottish Government have the power to fix this. In saying that, with the local elections next year, every town and city is not going to be full of Labour, they're going to be full of SNP, and as far as I'm aware, most of them are pretty decent. Down in Westminster and Whitehall, it seems to be you go from private school to uni to politics, and these people have got no clue. If you asked any of these people down there how much a loaf of bread costs, they'd have to phone their butler or someone like that, you know, if they could get through to them, if they weren't out doing runs for them or errands for them. But yeah, that's the one thing I would ask people in Scotland to do, is to bury the hatchet and build bridges instead of Trump's walls, you know. I didn't go into the independence campaign trying to make money, you know, like I got involved with independence because I truly believe in independence, and even though I used a name on Facebook called Skribbles, I didn't tell anyone I was an artist. I didn't have any kind of connection to people to say, give me money, I'll do this for you. I did everything for free. I used to do banners and stickers and posters for people, and I was always offering services. A lot of the time as well, people didn't take me seriously. They thought I was winding them up, but then people did come round, and then I did a few flags, I did a few banners and stickers, and then eventually word started to spread. But even now, I'm worried about the exhibition, you know, like, so it's not a given that I'm going to be a successful artist at all. I mean, if it wasn't for my better half, I would never be able to keep this going, you know, like, if it wasn't for her, I would have folded a long time ago, and I'd probably just be working in pubs again, and maybe doing this at night time. So yeah, my advice would be to stick at it and just keep on practicing, because I only started painting a couple of years ago, and I'm still learning. I'm still miles away from where I want to be, but I'm quite good at pencil drawing. But that's only came from 30 years practice, you know. And the way I look at it now is like, would I want to go back and work in a pub 70 hours a week, or would I want to do this and kind of like just meek a living, and I'd rather meek a living, you know, because I'm not materialistic anyway. I don't wear jewellery, I don't drive a car. I literally buy clothes from charity shops. You know, the last few pairs of trainers I've had have came from a charity shop, and I don't care. I don't care about image. I don't care about having nice things. I just want to be happy, you know. And if I can do that in an independent Scotland, then that would just be fantabulous.